Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Hello, hello. It's good to see you. Yes. Hi, hello, everybody. I have my milk. Milky. I have my milk for yet another gaming stream. A stream with a difference. This one isn't strictly an FMV, while we do have photographs of the characters. The game we are playing is This War of Mine, and I need all of you good folks to let me know if the audio is too loud. Because as ever, we can never quite gauge these things until people start commenting. As you can see, I have played This War of Mine before. That's why we've got some new characters, and we have one group that survived. But that was about 5 years ago now, I think. So I thought, time to go back. Time to time to engage again. Time to throw milk all over my phone. Oh no! Oh no! It's a disaster. It's a milk-based disaster. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I signed up for. Oh no. Milk will be the death of me. If not in FMV, romance, dating sims, in real life. We never did get to the bottom of the conspiracy, but maybe we were just getting too close, because it has decided to end this game and my phone before we even began. If you are watching this wonderful happy-go-lucky stream of This War of Mine, you may already know that This War of Mine is not the most, shall we say, upbeat of games. It doesn't exactly have a reputation for such, but what we will do our best and make a game of it. See how long we can get our characters to survive, because much like Project Zomboid, this is not a game where you are guaranteed to make it through. There are various tricks that you learn, that you pick up through playing This War of Mine, like the axe is one of the most valuable things you can build early on. But otherwise, it is a bit of a crapshoot. How fortunate you're going to be. There's a certain amount of RNG based on the resources you start off with, in the house you start in, which survivors will show up to help you. And, well, I guess I'm waiting for someone to join the chat so that we can maybe have some input on which of the survivor groups we're going to go with. Are we going to have a child in our group? We're just going to go for two useless people in the form of Anton and Sveta. Now, I will point out with Anton and Sveta, while the pair of them, every single character in this has advantages and disadvantages. Anton and Sveta is a bit like playing your grandparents trying to survive in a war zone, which isn't a, I'm sure, happy idea. That is a hard mode of the game. We could give it a go, most certainly. Whereas the easier modes are things like Pavel, Bruno, and Marco, because Pavel has a lot of carrying capacity, as I recall. Bruno is a very good chef. No, Pavel is a fast runner, and Marco has a lot of carrying capacity. Arika, meanwhile, if you go for her, she's very sneaky. Boris, I think, has the greatest carrying capacity, but is incredibly slow. Each of the characters, it's all coming back to me at this point, have their strengths and weaknesses. I believe Katia is very good at trading, for example, getting good deals on trades. Now, one of the things we have available to us in this run-through of This War of Mine is the Final Cut content, which I'm going to be leaving random, which is why I'm not ticking it, and likewise the Anniversary Edition mode. I prefer to leave it random so we don't know what's going to happen. And with that in mind, I think we're going to go for a random run. I don't know who we're going to be starting off with. This could be a hellaciously difficult run-through of This War of Mine. And we are starting off with it getting very cold. That is not a good start to our story. Now, this War of Mine takes place in nebulous Balkan region country. It looks like we've got 3 survivors to start us off. Okay, that's not so bad. This is a little like the Yugoslavian Civil War, or Bosnia, or Croatia, or Serbia. Or I guess if we want, we could make more modern comparisons to Ukraine, certain eastern regions. Hello, who have we got here then? Months of incessant bombardment have turned this part of town into a sea of ruins. While most of the residents have fled to seek shelter in districts less exposed to sniper fire, the abandoned tenements attract those less fortunate who have nowhere else to hide. That includes us. Marin lost everything in a fire that destroyed his workshop. Boris and Amelia once had families, and now they are both the lone survivors. They come across a house that still offers some protection from the elements, and decide to weather the siege together inside its walls. Hello, Milos Nikolic, guy from Serbia coming in at the right moment. Now, we won't get too political about this, Milos. I do appreciate you joining in, though clearly this War of Mine does have certain resonance with people from Serbia, people from Bosnia-Herzegovina, people from Croatia. But I am very pleased to see you here. Let's see how we do. We're actually starting this game in winter, which is not great, because it means our characters are probably going to get sick pretty quickly, unless we can board up the windows. That is going to... that's going to encourage us to play in a certain way, I think. I think it's always best when playing this War of Mine to not... I know you didn't mean anything bad, Mios, but I thought I'd mention it. I think it's always best when starting a game of this War of Mine to not have the intention of just murder hoboing every single person you come across. Your characters are survivors, they are civilians, they are innocents caught in a war zone, not of their choosing. They are, for all intents and purposes, right now, the good people of Ukraine having to stare down the tyranny and dreams of conquest of Vladimir Putin and his mob of soldiers. And so these people didn't choose this fight. This is just the fight they happen to be in, which means when we go out scavenging, I don't intend to steal from or kill other civilians. That is not the way I want to play. But we will see where desperation takes us. Joe has chimed in to say this game is great but depressing. It can indeed be. So let's see. What have we got here? Okay, how do we move around? You know what? It would help if we've actually got our controller settings. Do we have controls here? There is no control setting. I'm going to put the sound down a little. Alright, let's see if I can work out how to move. That'll help, won't it? Oh, good. And Marin is starting off slightly sick. Okay, is it a click? Ah, it's a click. Okay, we have to click on people. Right, let's get everyone rolling. Alright, he can't get there. So, right now, one of the first things we... Oh, that's a chair. One of the first things we need to do is start clearing junk out of the way. Looks like we've got quite a lot of it. Alright, where is our next character? Alright, we're going to grab all. The main thing we want to do right now is... good, we already have a fire. Where's our other character? Where is he? Oh, okay, he's just standing around. Alright, it's been a while since I've played this on the PC, so do bear with me. Right, if we find a shovel, usually you have to construct it. This will be a lot quicker. But at least it's a big property. Alright, we have some fuel. That will help us. Alright, we'll be sending him upstairs. We're basically going to be looting everything, trying to build everything we can. I think one of the first things we want to do is upgrade our little workshop down there so we can start plugging the gaps in our abode. Does not help that Marine is slightly sick. But, you know, some things can't be helped. We have some fuel, so that is very good news, I think. And having the handyman, yeah, I know it's cold. I know people are going to start getting sick very quickly if we don't start plugging up holes in the house. We're going to... typically, when you go looting, one of the first things, or I should say scavenging, one of the first things you're probably going to be looking for is food and medicine and bandages and things like that. We are just going to want wood. Because we need to keep that stove burning. I mean, we've got some... No, that's going to be locked, isn't it? Yeah, okay. What about that over there? How are these two getting on? Alright, Boris. You're getting there. Excellent. It would be good if we could upgrade the furnace before we start stuffing things in, just to make a decent economy of fuel. Improved heater, what do we need? We need components, we need a thermometer, we need mechanical parts. Alright, well, for the time being, Boris, can you get down there? We will get you... Alright, we've got more in the house than I thought. So that's... Aha, okay, we've got some electrical components. A lot of... Oh, no, I've just sent the wrong person there. Whoops. A lot of what's the early stage of the game is scavenging the contents of your house as much as you possibly can. Alright, so... Marine made it through... Alright, Marine is a handyman, so let's see if we can get some upgrades going. Okay, Boris, what are you up to? You can't get through right now, and you can't help either. That's fine. Alright, we want to upgrade the workshop. We do not have the components for it, so what can we build instead? Okay, we'll build a bed, because that's always useful. And we want it fairly close to the entrance. Assuming we will be entering through here every... Oh, is that the only place we can do it? Ah, okay. So not in those rooms. Right, got it. Well, that's a bit of a pain. We've got to send people quite a way to get into bed. Alright, we'll place it there. Boris, is there anything else you can explore right now? Can you get down there? Or is it just completely blocked off? You could try moving the rubble, but I'm going to suggest we stick some firewood in the stove, because we're not going to be able to start building barricades tonight by the looks of it. We will really stock up this fire, because we do not want our characters getting sick straight away. Right, at the very least... Aha, what's this? At the very least, we now have a bed. Is this our chair? No. Aha! We have our components. This will be a pain now if it turns out we had everything we needed. No, we still need mechanical parts. Alright. So, I would suggest that we've already got our bed. We could get a stove going. At the very least, it means we could cook some food. Milk, everybody? Ah, this makes sense. Put in the kitchen. Alright. Let's get moving. We've nearly finished looting before it's dark. Ah, damn it. And we don't have a crowbar. And we do not have another way through. Even in war, there is still milk. It's true. Oh, that's our chair, isn't it? I don't... yeah, we don't have any medicine, sadly. We can't even create food right now because we've not got enough firewood. So I'd suggest we make some more firewood because it's so damn cold. And hope that this furnace keeps us from getting too sick. Alright, let's end the day. Alright then, so we need to decide what we're going to do here. Marina's going to have to sleep in the bed, Amelia is going to have to guard, and Boris, let's see, we have a choice of places we can go here. Abandoned cottage, it's been abandoned forever, might be some useful things. Bear in mind, we mostly want components right now, so that we can upgrade our workshop, so that we can fuel our fire. So it's not a bad idea. The ruined villa has some people we could steal from. The quiet house is locked away right now, so let's go for the abandoned cottage, I think. We'll send Boris, because he can scavenge so much. There shouldn't be anybody there, because there's no sign of danger, which means he can carry a lot back. We don't have much in the way of tradables, or rather, we have no tools. So we're just going to have to use our hands. So one of the tricks with this war of mine is you kind of want to put everything in a single hall. Yeah, let's say that. But what we're going to do is bring everything we can back to that first spot. Because it means the next time we come here, everything is nice and accessible. I know Boris is slow. Oh, no, but that's not what we wanted to do. So, I know Boris is a very slow character, but that isn't too much of a concern to me in this particular part of the map. We shouldn't be encountering any bandits here, for example. That is the sign of sound, but based on how fast it's moving, I'm imagining that is probably rats. Wow, I don't think I've taken Boris before. His carrying capacity is a bit of a game changer. Lots of... The quiet house is the one from the Milk game. Yes, it's gone all very quiet since all the girls were murdered. Alright, let's get back up here. Start dropping some of this stuff off. So you can't go scavenging during the day because of the risk of snipers. So, you're dropping everything off. I don't know why the option to have an inventory that's so large is there, because certainly there's no characters in the game, I believe, that have inventory space greater than Boris has. You think I'm hiding something, the pill? Maybe I'm hiding a lot. Alright, teddy bear. That'd be useful should a child come to our house. Right, a fridge. With food in. That's pretty good. I mean, remember, we're looking for stuff to burn, in a way. But finding a fridge full of food this early in the game, not bad at all. This is where the character of Bruno is really handy. Because Bruno can make more meals out of the foodstuffs that you collect. But Bruno is also has a tendency to get into fights with other characters. He's very short-tempered. See, I've not played this for something like 5 years, and it's amazing how much it's stuck with me. Now, one thing that would be interesting to me is when things do go bad, and they undoubtedly will. Actually, I'm not going to go and do that yet, because that's locked and I don't have a crowbar. Yeah, when things do go bad, I want to... I need to figure out the best way... Alright, yeah, and it's locked, isn't it? Yep. How to fight. On the first day they robbed us, 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. If you're reading this, don't look for me. As described, it's not a terribly uplifting game. No, I don't mind this taking a while. So, hey, everybody. Tuning in live to watch. If you have not backed Monster Kingdoms already, I would really, truly appreciate it if you check it out on BackerKit. We have very nearly hit 200% of our funding target, which is amazing within the first week. We are so close. We hit a lovely backer train. That was about 10 or 11 people all backing in a row yesterday, quite by surprise. So if you haven't backed Monster Kingdoms yet, even at PDF level, or even just to review the manuscript, it would be really appreciated if you did. It is the first link in the video description. It's a game we at Onyx Path are all very proud of, but certainly speaking for myself, I am incredibly happy with. I think the team did a brilliant job with it. So how do I switch to fists? I must just click on them then. The question is then, how do I use them? By all means, if anyone can look up the PC controls for this war of mine. Okay, so we've just done that for the next time we're here. We need a crowbar, basically. Family photo of parents and 2 daughters. Good thing the girls don't resemble their father. He looks like a bear. It could be Boris. Oh, a new piece of loot has popped up. Probably the broken gun, I assume. Yeah. Okay. So then. Now we need to make the big decision of what we're going to take back with us. So I find it's easiest to start with an empty inventory and build up from there. Well, we want the food. That was easy. And the cigarettes make for good trading. We will need the gun at some point, but it's broken, and we can come back here for that. So right now, what we really need is to plug the gaps in our house. So we need a lot of these. I believe we need some mechanical components as well to upgrade our workshop. And from there, each barricade you build in the house costs 10 wood, as I recall. It might cost less with Marine, who is in our group. But typically it's 10 wood a piece. So, as they're in stacks of 2, we're only going to be able to bring 2, 4, 6, 8. So, we're only going to be able to bring 10 back. We would really have to cut out the food if we want to do more in one session. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tempted to do 2. What do people think? I think for the time being, we'll bring this back. Even if we only get to plug 1 gap, that's fine. This is still a pretty good haul, all told. We can come back here the following night. We'll be able to bring most of this stuff back with us. So now I'm just going to quickly... How do we swing our fists? How do we swing our fists? If someone could quickly check it out online, how do we actually punch? I don't know if we can unless there's an enemy there. Do we just click on them? I need somebody to look up the controls for this war of mine. How do we swing a weapon? Now, it's quite possible some people have tried to loot us during the night. That would be unfortunate, but you can't help that. That will happen sometimes. Well, I'm glad Boris is happy. Night was calm. Good. Where is the bed? Up here. I had a beautiful girlfriend, Anna. We had a kid, a wonderful son. Luca was just like me. He was only 7 and already stronger than all the other kids. I bet he would have grown up to become a great weightlifter, as I always wanted him to be, if I'd saved him. Well, at least he's recovering. So we need to see about upgrading now. I see we've still got fuel in the stove, so that's good. Okay, we can upgrade. That's good. So, Boris, what are we doing down here? What does this do? So, we are all hungry. All of our characters are hungry, but they can afford to be hungry for a day. What we really don't want is them to be hungry for more than 1 day. Okay, there's a weapon icon in the top left of the screen, apparently, when we need it. So now we are going to start boarding up. I appreciate this is very premature that we're doing this. Usually you'd go for a metal workshop first so you could build some decent weapons. We do have what we need to make a metal workshop. We need, let's see. So right now... So with a metal workshop we can make a crowbar. A crowbar will allow us to get into other places. Barricade will increase the defense and protect us against looters, but will also prevent our house from getting cold quite as quickly. I think the metal workshop, and thank you very much, The Pill, for looking up those controls. I do appreciate it. The metal workshop is going to help us more in the long term. So I'm going to build a metal workshop now. And then if we have anything left... Yeah, I know Boris is tired, but she'll get up. You'll be able to take her place on defense duty. So, I don't know, it looks like Marine does find everything is cheaper to make with Marine. Which makes sense. Oh, someone's at the door. Okay. So what can we make? We can make a crowbar. I'm very tempted to do so at this stage. Alright, do we have anything to trade, is the question. We've got the... I'm glad we brought those cigarettes back. So, food and bandages are always useful. But right now, what I really want more than anything else is wood and components. Hello, Link. We are playing this war of mine right now. We are trying to survive an unnamed war in the Balkans. So let's see if we can... I know we do have some smokers in the group, but we're going to get rid of our sugar. Because I don't think anyone in our group is an alcoholic. Wow, wood is at a premium right now. Okay, what about... Wow, okay. So that's not good. Alright, we'll buy that. What else could we get out of it? Offload all our milk. Unfortunately, I've just drank all of our milk. That's the problem. I think I'm going to have to make do with some bad moods. Oh, the cigarettes aren't great either, apparently. We don't have anything that is spectacular. For one roll-up cigarette... Okay, that's unexpected. They want, in exchange for roll-up cigarettes, they are only prepared to give us one component. That's not great, is it? Well, we don't have much else to trade, so I guess we are shit out of luck. What do they expect for one tin of food, out of interest? This is just testing the waters. That's... no. I think we're just going to have to make do with without... I'm not sending him away. Actually, I will send him away. I'm fine to do that. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Marine, now that I've got this crowbar... I assume, by the way, that even though Marine has done that... I imagine we don't have enough components for board ups. We do have one. Okay, we've got enough for one board up, so we will do that. Is Boris making a snowman or is he collecting water? Yes, Tom, we're playing an optimistic game. Alright, we'll have to come back to that. Come on, Boris. Come on, Boris. Get a move on. I know you're slow. Ah, no, Boris, in fact, you can get some sleep. Amelia is a little faster. We've still got enough fuel. We've now got our crowbar, so that'll help. Yeah, this is not the way I tend to play this war of mine, but it is... not often that I play and start in the dead of winter, either. Okay, that's actually a pretty good haul there. We've got some nice medicines. Let's get up there as well. Marine, you might as well carry on with the snowman. I'm not wasting a lockpick. Lockpicks are very useful should we end up wanting to get someplace else. Quietly. Oh, okay, that one wasn't quite as worthwhile, but that's fine. Come on, move, Amelia. Day is a-wasting. Right, and we will have to send Boris off to back to the house we were at last time. That's actually ended up not being too bad, all told. I wonder if we can make another board up. I'm not sure what this is. Is it water collection? Oh, excellent. Yeah, hell, we'll make as much as we got time for. Yes, we can. Okay. Yeah. Another barricade then. Given that we've got no weapons, we need all the defense we can get right now. Okay, everybody, I see the numbers of viewers are going up, so thank you very much, everyone who is watching. Do leave a thumbs up so more people can find this strange choice of game. And what's more... good. Boris is rested. And we've nearly built, accumulated a nice amount of water. That's good. Marine is done with boarding up. I think we'll probably run out of time to board up another one. Oh, can we get more water out of this? Yeah, we'll just set her to the task. The more water we've got, the better. It's one less resource for us to worry about. Alright, so we're running short of wood. If we build an axe at some point, we'll be able to change that. But it is now nighttime. Hello, Pazuzu. I see we have now opened up the supermarket. Supermarket tends to be pretty dangerous. It's not as dangerous as others, don't get me wrong. We're going to go back to the abandoned cottage, though, because there's still plenty of things we can pick up there. So, Marine is going to sleep in the bed again. Amelia is going to go on guard again. Back to the abandoned cottage. And we're taking the crowbar. And yes, if anyone watching hasn't backed Monster Kingdoms yet and has a question about it, now is a great time to ask, because Boris is a very slow runner. What dangers are to be found in this game? Or in Monster Kingdoms, Link, you know the dangers in the Monster Kingdoms. In this game, you're most likely to run into bandits or other survivors. The average civilian is rarely a danger in this game. But some of them are bandits and will shoot you. Now, once we have accumulated everything from this room, I imagine this abandoned cottage will be well and truly done. Oh, okay, there's actually plenty in this room. That's good news. We've got lots of weapon parts. That spells good news for when we finally want to make an axe. Plenty of bandages as well. I'd say this is more like Project Zomboid in the sense that you aren't expected to survive this game, necessarily. This is not an optimistic game by any stretch, Link. Your characters are very much against the odds. Their survival is unlikely. Where's my pile of stuff? Where's all my stuff? Has someone stolen my stuff? Everybody, there was definitely stuff here a minute. Last time we were here. We didn't leave it down here. Oh, crap. Yeah, we're going to try and not rob an old man of his medication when we play. Oh, no. Okay, this isn't good. This is not what we were after. We were leaving... Oh, Peter, did you just back Monster Kingdoms? I felt like you did the other day. Let me check. Did we just get a backer? Oh, we're up to 482 backers with 25 days left. We're nearly at $30,000, so we're nearly at double the amount we needed to fund. Thank you, Peter, for backing. And yeah, I thought I recognised you. All right, so it looks like the stuff we left outside here has been stolen by someone else. And when I say stolen, I mean taken by some other worthy survivor. Because there is nothing else here. That is disappointing in a fashion, but also understandable. What have we got? What are we making our way? At least we took the food back with us last time, I suppose. That's leaving a lot of wood behind. Hello, Rick Reeds. Ah, Rick, have you heard of the Monster Kingdoms RPG? If not, I know that Tom Murr and Link the Vampire in the chat can tell you all about it. There is a link to the Monster Kingdoms RPG in the video description. Please check it out. So, yeah. Damn. That is suboptimal, shall we say. Good to have you with us, Rick. Yeah, this isn't good. This isn't a good outcome. Hopefully the snow will start clearing. Marine is... oh, okay. At least the night was calm. Marine is sick but recovering. Alright, you take some pills, Marine. It's time to set you to the task, I think, of making some food, Amelia. And Boris can get up to bed. How much food can we create? We can make... Why are we unable to make more than that? We'll find out shortly. Well, hopefully the pills will help. When it's this cold, I don't want people to get too hungry. I can sort of live with their being tired. Alright, let's keep it warm in here. Thank you, Rick Reeds. You know what? If you back this, if you back Monster Kingdoms while I am doing this stream, you can make a video request. How about that? If you back for a hardcover copy of Monster Kingdoms, you can make a video request. Oh boy, okay. What does this fella want? Thank goodness you're here. Shell hit a tenement down the street and people are buried beneath the rubble. Please help me pull them out. Every pair of hands is needed. We'll organise a makeshift hospital. I have some beds and medical supplies. Will you help? Agatha has had some... is tired. But yeah, we'll let her help. Alright. Marin, you are needed for snowman duty. But yeah, we're very happy. Oh, hello. I'm glad we helped the people from that collapsed house. It was the right thing to do. Glad you think so, Marine. Sorry we don't have any coffee. And Boris is getting some sleep. What does he think? The people from that collapsed house have good neighbours who didn't leave them to their fate. Many others are less fortunate. Monster Kingdoms is about crying your own part out of a prying your own part out of a dying empire and fighting tooth and nail to secure your dungeon and raid those of your enemies. Fantastic elevator pitch. Alright, Marine, you can get something to eat. Go on. I know a sick person makes the worst kind of snowman. I mean, based on experience from games I've played, Peter, you're probably right. A lot of RPGs seem to be about annoying your GM. You know, we try our best. Right, back to the snowman. Boris, you're going to have to make yourself a meal. I don't know if we've got sufficient food, however. What are we lacking? Water! Okay, well, the good news is we can pick up some of that. Alright, Marin. You can make the food. Why are we lacking water? I'm surprised. I thought we had plenty. What's going on with this water up here? Does it just take a while to melt? We'll send him back off sleeping then. Maybe once we get to the end of the counter of 10, we'll have the water that we need. I hope. I'm watching that Monster Kingdoms campaign. I'm waiting to see if someone backs based on this video. I really would love it if someone does. Okay, Boris. Does that mean we now have more water? No, we only have 4. So what is going on up there? Where is the water? You have 20 to melt into water. Okay, so where do we go to do that? Where do we go to melt the ice into water? Is it down here? I need folks watching, anyone who is familiar with this war of mine now, to chime in to say, well, we've got 20 ice. Where do we go to melt it into water, everybody? It isn't that. Apparently it's not the stove. How do we melt ice into water? Obviously, we know we would use a fire. We've got a stove, we've got a furnace. Boris is getting very hungry right now. How do we do this? Is it... Ah! We need a filter. Okay, alright, that's fine. We can do that. We can make a filter. Don't worry, Skeleton King. I'm not making a... No, we need to upgrade our workshop before we can do that. Damn it. Alright. Hell's teeth. Boris, I don't want you getting very hungry and sick. Okay, there's our filter. Right, we are going to make 2 of them for the time being. I appreciate we're running out of time. No, Skeleton King, I wouldn't make a... such a thing about a real world war. That would be very tasteless. Okay, now we can make our water. And he's just going to have to get very hungry. Damn it. So there is nothing left in the abandoned cottage because all the other stuff that we wanted has been stolen. So, next up, Ruined Villa. I'm going to suggest we go to the Ruined Villa. Mainly because we're going to be able to pick up components and wood and things like that afterwards. Peter, I did do a Let's Play of Amnesia The Dark Descent on my other YouTube channel a while back. Long while back, before I got locked out of it. Skeleton King, if you haven't backed Monster Kingdoms yet on BackerKit, do so now, please. If you do, and I can see that you back for a hardcover copy on my phone while we're playing this game, there is a link in the video description below. You can request a video. So we're going to go to the Ruined Villa with Boris. We're going to guard the house with Marine. But all we're really looking for is wood and components right now. So we're not even going to take a crowbar. I would say the Tremere are at fault for a lot of things, yes. So we're not being discriminate here. We're not trying to pick up specific things. We have plenty of food right now. I'm not worried about that. Yep, someone is here. But I'm not your problem. Please don't fight me. I really don't want to get in a fight. Alright, I'm a bit worried this person is going to try attacking me. Alright. We'll go back up. Are you in there? We've nearly filled up our inventory and then we can just flee. You know, I'm not proud. I don't mind. I'll take what I can get. I'm tempted. Yes, we are releasing Trinity Continuum Aether. I developed that one, Rick. Good game to drop the name of there. That was a lot of fun, that one. Alright, can we get through here? Oh, hello. There's a fridge. Would it be stealing, or have they stolen their way into this house? It is not stealing in this house. Good stuff. Okay, some canned food is what we want right now. We can come back for the rest later. Run to the exit, Boris. Out you go. You done good, boy. Alright. Has the backer number of Monster Kingdoms hasn't gone up? Come on, Rick. Come on, Skeleton King. We've been raided, damn it. Amelia returned. Someone tried to rob us. We fended them off. No one was wounded. Good. Probably because we boarded a lot of the place up. Alright, Boris is now very hungry. I'm really not surprised. Amelia says, we lived in an expansive villa with spacious bright rooms and large windows. To protect ourselves from stray bullets and splinters, we installed a double bed and a small heater and a cosy dressing room on the ground floor. We spent most of our time there talking, reading, listening to music and playing games to stave off the boredom. Well, now you can get some sleep, Amelia. You deserve it. It looks like Marine is recovering, so that's good. And Boris, you need to make some food for yourself. Will you be playing some games of Monster Kingdoms with your Patreons? More likely than not, yes, I will. Aha! We got a backer! Was it a backer of a physical copy? Was it one of you? Let me know. Thank you very much. That was within the last minute. Boris, get something to eat. You deserve a meal. And yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't mind another helping. To be honest, we do have enough food. I don't think that would be a bad shout. So, Boris, you need to get some more water. In fact, you know what? I am going to feed him up. Okay, good stuff. And what do we need? We need more water. So that means we need more filters. Oh, no, we've got the filter. Alright, that's fine. Oh, someone's coming to the door. Must be the trader again. Don't worry, I'll just stand in your face. Okay, so we've now got a little more to trade. Filters aren't bad. Lockpick, that's good as well. Pills, always good. But my mind is still on the building materials. If we can build stuff for ourselves, we are in a much better position. So what do we have that we could get rid of here? Herbal meds. Yeah, let's get rid of our herbal meds and see how much we could get in the way of wood. Alright, not much. So let's go for both sets of herbal meds. Alright, what else can we get shot of? Let's get rid of this moonshine. Oh, no, we don't want that. These components are definitely worth their weight, aren't they? Let's get rid of these components. Oh, we'll go for the wood alone. And can we add some water to it? We can. But we can't add a component. So water costs less than that. What about mechanical components? No? Okay. Alright, we'll get some water. We're going to get our money's worth. Is there anything else we want to trade? I think we could... Let's keep the fertilizer for the time being. The Pilters, what's your opinion on Labubus? I personally don't like them. What the hell is a Labubus when it's at home? Oh, okay, they're going to give us a lot for a bandage. Let's see whether we can hold them to that. We'll get those filters. How many weapons parts do we have? We've got 2. We'll go for all 3 of them. And I think, on top of that, we're going to go hog wild on components because, well, we need them. Alright, that will do. I have no idea. I don't recognise the word Labubus, but I will assume they are something not meant for my generation. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to do that. We want to upgrade the metal workshop now. Can we make more food? No, we need more firewood. Okay. Well, we can definitely make more firewood. Ah, okay. I am not really on TikTok, so I don't... Well, at all on TikTok, so I don't know what this thing is, but I will take your word for it. There's a global phenomenon that I clearly need to be made aware of. Now we're going to make a hatchet, and that means we're going to have a means of defending ourselves, and most importantly, acquiring more wood. We've got 2 backers of Monster Kingdoms. Thank you very much, people watching. It is hugely appreciated. Yeah, I know. We'll have to get you some herbal medication, Marine. I believe Boris was the only one who didn't eat. So he is now up to speed. It would be nice if we had everyone at the same level of nourishment. But that may not happen. We're going to get Marine into bed as soon as... Oh, actually... we've got plenty of water. We're going to start chopping things up. People getting fist fights over Beanie Babies? Actually, I shouldn't be that surprised. People getting fist fights over the most ludicrous of things. Velvet Tea Cake says the fighting got so bad at the Pop Mart on Oxford Street, they can't display the hideous creatures anymore. That's a depressing indictment. Come on! Use your axe. That's what it's there for. Alright, now you get yourself to bed. We need to stock that furnace with a bit more wood, I think. So the important thing now is we have an axe. And plenty of firewood. Come on, Amelia. So once Marine wakes up, we will go to town doing more board-ups. For the time being, what we're going to send Amelia to do is put more logs on the fire. Can we upgrade it? No, we can't. That's fine. Alright, we'll probably wrap this up in about 10 minutes or so. Do you think we can get one more person on our call to, on this stream to back Monster Kingdoms? The link is in the video description. Marine can sleep in the bed. Amelia can go on guard. Boris, you can go scavenging. Now the question is, do we go back to the ruined villa but with an axe? We could go to Sniper Junction, though I'm not sending Boris there. He's far too slow for that. We've got 2 people on the backer train for Monster Kingdoms. Can we get one more backer? If you're watching this right now and you haven't backed it already, it would be hugely appreciated by me if you went over to backerkit.com. It's linked in the video description below, and put an amount of money, any amount of money, on Monster Kingdoms. Really appreciate it if you do. So let's send Boris back to the ruined villa. Thank you, The Pill, for backing yesterday. There we go. We've gone up to 3 backers. You have won my hearts, Springfield. We are going to send Boris now with the axe to the ruined villa. I believe they are bandits. So I'm not going to feel too awful if I have to hack any of them to death. But we want to avoid it if we can. Sniper Junction, there's often a lot you can actually pick up there, but Boris is far too slow to survive in Sniper Junction. The supermarket, there's even more there. But for now, let's just send Boris with his axe, which isn't looking too healthy, admittedly. Yeah. I don't want to have to resort to violence. That is not what I want. Okay, this time the person is walking that way. So let's see if we can hop upstairs. And do they have a gun? Grab everything. We don't want to hack up their chair just yet. That seems a bit unnecessary. So we know they're upstairs. If we can get through here without violence, I will be a happy Boris. That is pretty good. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. There is someone inside. It's me. Alright, well, we'll stock up on wood. Well, this isn't good. Can we make it out without alerting them? Oh, okay. Down we go. I don't want to have to attack anybody if I can help it. I could try pulling the barricade off of the door over there, but I have a feeling it's going to be very loud. Fuck it. We'll try it. Who are you calling bastard? Aha! Sucks to be you, buddy. Well, there we go. Peter says, will the Curseborn backers be getting it on DriveThruRPG? Because then I believe I can write a review on the world below, but Curseborn and Monster Kingdoms once they all come out. Yeah, you'll if you backed at the right level, you'll be getting it in on print on demand and PDF via DriveThruRPG. Should maybe get a print on demand discount. Someone tried to rob us. We fended them off again. We found lots of fun stuff, some food, some bandages, some medicine. That was a good day. And it is from here that we will be calling it. We will be calling that a day. I have got a Curseborn game to run tonight. And those of you who supported because of this game I've been playing and talking to you, please, if you have a video you want to request it via MatthewDawkins.com, or if you just have a question about Monster Kingdoms, ask in the community on the Monster Kingdoms Backer Kit page. If you supported Monster Kingdoms because of these videos, because of the videos I make, it really helps for you to set up a thread on the Backer Kit page for Monster Kingdoms. Say, I supported because of Matthew Dawkins' videos. Just thought I'd let you know. Or words to that effect. It's really good for our research purposes to know whether people are driven there for that reason. So if you do so, let us know. It's much appreciated. And yeah, we will continue playing this. We've reached day 5, and we are not dead. But Boris is very tired. And Marine and Amelia are hungry. Worth considering. Worth keeping in mind. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. It really is always appreciated. And yeah, we have survived for now. But how long? How long will that last? We will have to find out. Thank you very much. See you next.